Hi, this is Micornus, Phokane, the leader and the founder of the Church Governance Solutions. Today, I want to deal with a topic that speaks about growth indicators towards Christian maturity. And I want us to embark on this topic, a very, very important topic, because it is going to guide you. It's going to show you if you are matured in the things of God, you are matured in your Christian walk, because many of us actually claim to be matured even when we don't see any growth indicator in us. And there are some few growth indicators that I want us to look at, and that will help us to actually embark on knowing whether we are matured or not, or other people are matured or not. The first indicator that I want us to look at is being loving. Now, somebody who's actually matured, somebody who's growing Christian wise, somebody who's actually on the path of maturity or the path of growing should be loving. And this is very, very important, and it's very easy to look at this indicator. This indicator is actually judged by yourself by looking whether you are accepting and you are gracious also. And are you non-critical or judgmental towards other people in what you say generally to them and how you interact with them? So when you look at how you deal with people, it is going to actually be judged by whether you are able to accept people, because there are many people that are not able to accept others. They are very, very biased towards others. They've got their stereotypes about certain people, some people's cultures, some behaviors of other people. So therefore, they are very biased on how they deal with other people. Now, maturity in Christian walk or in Christian life is going to be determined by this growth indicator of whether you are loving, because loving is going to be proven by ability to accept everybody, ability to be gracious to people of different colors, of different creed, different religions, people who are coming from different backgrounds and cultures as well. You are able to accept them despite of that. And if you are able to be non-critical on other people, because remember, our behaviors are not the same. Remember that we are not actually the same, and we cannot be the same because each one is a unique individual. So therefore, it is very important to be also gracious towards people, and also to be non-critical and also non-judgmental towards people, particularly on how you speak to them, on how you communicate with them, what you say to them, and how you respond to them as well. Very, very important that you look at that. And that is what we call loving. Because when you love people, you are not biased. When you love people, you are not actually choosy of the kind of people that you want to talk to. When you are loving, you are not actually biased to say, I'm actually only communicating with such and such people. You are able to communicate with everybody on equal basis. And you are not judging people based on any color or behavior or culture or even their sex orientation as well. So you are able to love everybody equally. And that is very, very important if we are to look at this particular indicator of Christian maturity. Now, second indicator that I want us to look at, if you are to judge or look at whether you're maturing in your Christian life, you're growing and becoming somebody better in your Christian life, is ability to be joyful. Ability to be joyful. And we speak about this because there are many people that are miserable, yet they are actually claiming to be maturing Christian-wise. They are claiming to be on the path of growth, but they're forever miserable in their lives. And they cannot find joy about anything. They cannot be able to be happy about anything. And that is critical, because you're going to need to look at, are you able to exude what we call positive energy towards other people? Are you able to become hopeful in life? An optimistic attitude as well is one thing that is going to show if you are able to be joyful in your life. There are many people that are despondent about everything, yet you are on the path of your Christian life. You need to grow, you need to mature, but it's going to be determined by this growth indicator called joyfulness. You need to have joy, because in Christ we have joy, and it is through our positive energy that is brought by the Holy Spirit that is forever inspiring us to have a hope about the future. Then you become hopeful about the future. You might be at a point where you don't want to be. You might be at a point where you think that I've not arrived yet, but it is very important to look at it and say, but the future is holding better things for me. And that's being hopeful. And when you are hopeful, you are able to become joyous where you are without the despondency of thinking that you cannot make it. So you become positive in approach and you are able to exude this positivity and affect other people around you as well. And this is very important. Optimistic attitude is part of what makes us to be joyous in everything that we do. And many people that are pessimistic in nature, they see the negative in everything. And they see non-progress in everything that they do. And they see failure in everything that they approach. And that's very important that we start looking at it and say, am I somebody who is positive? Am I somebody who's hopeful in life? Or do I have optimistic attitude as well? And that will actually determine this growth indicator called joyfulness. Very, very important that you look at that as well. Now, when you struggle to become joyful, you must realize that you are actually in your process very far and or behind with your progress of maturing as a Christian. Because Christians that are maturing, they are able to become joyful, not because the state where they are, it is comfortable or they have everything in life. No, it's purely because they've got positive mind, they've got also hopeful a view of life, and also they're very optimistic in everything, because when you are optimistic, therefore you will always see positive in what you do. Now, the other growth indicators that I want us to look at, if you want to look at growth indicators of the Christian journey, of your Christian maturity, one thing for sure is being peaceful as well. And I want to speak about peacefulness as an indicator of growth. And majority of the people that are growing, or they're grown spiritually and they are grown in the Christian walk, you'll see them by being peaceful. You'll see them by being able to be peaceful even in stormy situations, in situations that provoke them, in situations that are challenging. They are able to remain calm and peaceful. And how do you really judge that as an individual? You must look at whether you are able to display inner tranquility in your life. And are you able to live in harmony with other people in spite of circumstances that are around you? Because remember that there are challenges. There are people that will push you to the edge. There are people that will provoke you in life. But when we talk about peacefulness, we're not talking about a situation where there is no provocation. We're not speaking about a situation where it is calm and all good all the time. These are situations whereby you're being challenged by the very same people that you are dwelling with around, the people that you walk with, the people that call themselves your friends and relatives. But because you got peace inside of you, you are able to have that inner tranquility. Remember that peace is not from outside. The peace is generated from the inner tranquility. And that is the contentment of an individual inside before you can actually display it outside. So peace is an internal matter. So therefore, it is very important that you look at, if you are on the path of Christian maturity, the growth indicator called the peacefulness is very, very important for you to adopt and embrace, because it is going to be the indicator that you're growing spiritually, or you're getting to become matured as a Christian as well. But I want to also speak about the displaying of harmony. Now, the displaying of harmony should not just be a pretentious way of doing things. It must be coming from the inner being, whereby you are able to be in harmony with other people. But that comes by you being in harmony with yourself. Your body, soul, and spirit should be in harmony for you to be in harmony with other people around. When you are actually in one order yourself, in one piece, whereby you are harmonious with yourself, the body, soul, and spirit, you are able actually to be in harmony with your environment as well, which would mean the people around you as well. Very, very important that we emphasize that. But there's another growth indicator that I just want to touch before we check out today, and that is what we call patience. Now, a growth indicator called patience, it would mean that the people that are maturing, they're able to become patient because they know that life is about processes. Life is not about only the end product. life has got processes, and processes sometimes take time. And the time that processes take may be actually in different ways, whereby sometimes it's longer, sometimes it's medium term. Of course, it could be short term, but depending, you need patience as well. Now, patience is not easy. It is actually generated from within as well. And I'm mentioning the fact that all these things that are growth indicators, they are generated from within. You're not going to develop patience just because you are in the midst of the people, but it is going to be displayed basically coming from within. Now, patience, therefore, you must actually find out, are you able to suffer long under slow and or adverse conditions? Not easily angered also, or easily irritable. So those are some indicators that will show you if you're patient or not. You must be able to suffer long. You must be able to wait until your time arrives. You must be able to wait until a moment comes. So you don't actually rush things. You are able to calm down until your turn comes. And that's what we call patience. Are you able to also sit in adverse conditions while you know that you're waiting for your moment to come, while you know that things will turn around better? Are you able to keep your calm in irritable situations where the situations are actually provoking your temper, provoking your anger? Are you able to remain calm and not be irritable as well? Are you easily angered or not? So those are actually indicators that will show that your patience is being developed. But I want to also emphasize the fact that patience is being developed by circumstances outside. They are there to test your patience. And you must actually see whether you're patient or not by being in those circumstances, but yet remain unirritable or not easily angered. So therefore, be able to stand the test of time in angering situations. That's what we call patience. It is not going just to happen because you are in a comfortable zone, you are in a place where you're comfortable, but patience is going to be seen when there are some adverse conditions or circumstances that are pressing against you, but yet you remain patient. I want to end up here today. Your host, Micornus, Phokane, the leader and the founder of Church Governance Solutions. I hope that you've learned out of this, and please go to our Facebook pages, Micornus Phokane, Facebook pages, Church Governance Solutions. Please click the likes there. Make sure that you also click notification buttons as well, that you may be notified when we have posted teachings of this kind. Remember our YouTube channel as well. It is there for you with a lot of materials posted there already. But follow us. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, click notification buttons on there as well, so that you may be embraced when it comes to these teachings. May the good Lord bless you. Allow me to check out right here and say cheers for now.